second picking when I really get to clicking, but I'm looking for a sister to the rock and win a kiss. If you want some never just let me know.
วันนี้ครับเรามาอยู่ที่ร้านซีดครับมีโอกาสมากๆเลยที่จะได้นั่งพูดคุยกับคุณเจฟสเตเปิลนะครับบุคคลที่ปั้นวงการสตรีทคัลเจอร์นะครับไม่ว่าจะเป็นในอเมริกาหรือทั้งโลกนะครับผมแม้กระทั่งการลอนช์รองเท้าคอลลาบอเรชันนะครับกับ Nike ที่ทำให้เกิดกระแสมีการต่อคิวและมีตำรวจวันนี้เราคาดหวังว่าเราอาจจะได้แบบ Exclusive Interview กับเขานะครับผม
เราจะรับเสิร์ฟดีๆก่อนได้ไหมเฮ้ยYou're vlogging? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I know you have like 3 businesses right now. You have like Read Space.
Yeah.
You have like Stable Design. And right now it's like Staple Pigeons.
Yeah.
Like, pretty big right now.
Yeah.
So how can you manage like 24 hours a day? Come on.
Yeah, it's easy. No, it's not that easy. It's not that easy, but it's fun. You know, and they all kind of relate to each other. Like design is like very creative minded.
Right.
You know, and then fashion is obviously like I think it starts at creative and design, then goes to fashion as an expression, you know, a way to express those ideas. And then the retail side is like the end of it, right? So after you've designed it, made it into clothes, then put it into retail. So it's all kind of like a cycle, you know. So it's actually, I think maybe like, let's say you had a regular clothing line, you would have like a design studio, clothing line, and a store too. But I think maybe because I market them differently, the cons is that like the negative is that I have to treat them as 3 separate companies instead of just one company. You know? Like, you know, the Gap is just like one company, right? But the positive is that each company can do its own separate things. The best example of that is probably the store where like, you know, we recently did like, we launched the Off-White Air Jordan 1, right? So like that's something where like if Off-White is not doing something with Staple Pigeon or the design studio, and then if we had a store that was called Staple, then we would never get to do that. But because our store acts by itself, we can still do something exciting like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. But right now you're in Thailand. So how you like remote it?
Oh, I have an amazing team. I have like 40 people working for me, and each one is a separate division as well. You know, so it's fun, and you know, there's even more than those 3 to be honest. There's like other things that I'm involved with. Like you know, Hypebeast Radio.
Oh yeah, I heard it.
Is also like a major thing now, and Hypebeast is also starting a festival, like a kind of like Complex Con, but it's called Hype Fest.
Wow.
And so I'm involved in helping them with that also. And then there's all these other businesses that I'm also involved in as well.
How can you find time to sleep?
I think like I don't sleep that much, but I think I have a very good team first of all, and they help out with a lot of things. And I trust them a lot, and I think they know when they need me, and then more importantly, they know when they don't need me, and they can just do it on their own. You know, so that's where the trust is.
I knew that you got into the situation that you're like almost dead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like two times, right?
Yeah.
That I heard, like in the mountain in Japan, something like that. What I want to ask is like that situation. Did this change a lot about your design or style that you're gonna go like after that?
Yeah. That changed my whole life, my outlook. You know, not about design or style, but it changed up like everything, the way I live my life on an everyday basis. You know. Yeah.
Like before, like you was sneakerhead, that you said, and when that situation happens, is that change the way you dress also? No, not really. I'm still like a sneakerhead. I still love sneakers, but I would say it changed in the sense that maybe it changed my style a little bit in the sense that like I'm much more simple now. You know, like I don't feel like I need to buy the newest or latest things anymore. And that's not like a direct relationship. It's not like after the accident, the next day I was like, I'm gonna change my style. Like I think it was more about priorities. That's what it is. It realigned my priorities.
so that the things that are really important in life, which is like being happy, being with someone you love, and like
So you're gonna stick with that.
just cherishing every day became the most important thing, not material things or stressful things or anything like that. So it kind of just realigned what's important in my life. And mostly from a stress standpoint, like I was really stressed out about work and success and failure before. And after something like that happens, you realize that none of that is that important.
You in this kind of industry like
21 years now.
21 years.
officially, Yeah.
All right. So do you think that for the futures of the streetwear or the street culture thing is going to be changed a little bit?
I remember when people asked me that same question like 5 years ago.
Oh.
And people were asking me like, hey, do you think street culture has a future? Like, do you think this is just a trend that will die? And what's next after that? And I was like, no, this is not a trend. This is like here forever. And they didn't believe me because I think streetwear is very much inspired by like different things like hip hop and
Right.
skate and design and fashion and all different things sort of make up street culture. And each one of those things are like really big,
Right.
And so most people before, like 5 years ago, didn't think that like how could street culture be bigger than like hip hop culture or
Right.
skateboard culture, which is like $billion industries,
Right.
But now I think it's so fast how everyone is like, oh shit, like he was right,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it is big now,
Yeah.
And like even like
Big brands,
yeah, like
everyone-
Louis Vuitton and like all these huge corporations are like.
Started playing this game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Bangkok because like a real estate company asked me to design a house, like a room.
Yeah.
So like it's crazy about how mainstream this has become, and I think this is only literally the beginning. I think the first 25 years of street culture has been underground, like very, very underground, and only like this year has it gotten to zero,
Massive.
like gotten to the street.
Really?
Yeah, it's been in the basement the whole time. Now we finally are like, huh?
All
Okay.
right, all
Now
right.
we're here. Like Supreme is $1 billion. LV hired, like
Yeah.
Virgil. Christian Dior hired Yoon. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
Like a Cold Wall is like winning CFDA awards. Like
Yeah.
now it's like, oh, we're here. And now from starting this year, it's gonna like skyrocket even on another level.
And I heard that you like really love the new brands from the younger generation.
Yeah.
You like invited them to like doing some stuff for build the culture, right?
Yeah.
That's so cool. But
I try, yeah.
what does caution like for a younger generation to like looking for streetwear or street culture right now?
I think my caution is probably that one of the main, most important things about street culture that it was born on was that nobody entered into street culture for the money.
Oh,
You know, like if you ask everyone that is successful at streetwear or street culture right now, they'll tell you that even if they weren't getting paid anything, they would still be doing it. I remember when I started 20 years ago, I was doing this and I was making no money, and today I'm doing the same fucking thing. I'm collecting
Yeah,
sneakers.
yeah.
I'm customizing sneakers. I'm making a t-shirt. I just made this t-shirt. I just silk screened it.
Yeah.
And when I made this t-shirt or that t-shirt, there was no intention of like, I'm gonna make millions of dollars from this.
Right.
It was I just want to make it. And then maybe if I'm lucky, some money comes. Like maybe that one I think I sold a lot, like a couple thousand. This one I only made 50 pieces, so I didn't make any money on this one that I'm wearing.
Right.
So I think young people starting out have to have that same mentality that like it has to be the passion first,
Right.
and then the money might come later. Because the fact is, if you do this for money, it won't work out. If you want to make real money,
Right.
there's much easier and much faster ways to make money
Right,
than
right.
street culture.
This is hard.
This is hard. This is really hard. And also street culture is a weird thing because if you make too much money too fast, you crash.
yeah.
You have to kind of slow down. You have to keep doing this. Whereas if you had like a parking garage,
Yeah.
or like a hardware store.
Right.
You just sell as many.
Skyrocket,
Yeah,
yeah.
keep going, keep selling, and it's like so easy. If you
Yeah.
have a parking lot, that's like the best business to me because you just have a land and you just draw lines. And
Yeah,
then people park
and
the car and
collect
give
the
you
money, yeah.
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 That's easy. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about being cool or marketing or customer service, right?
Right.
If you want to make money, do that. Don't do streetwear. Streetwear is way too hard.
So you have to be a passion, right?
Yeah, passion number one.
About the style. You walking around Bangkok like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
You see a lot of styles in like Siam Square or
Yeah.
do you have like any advice for it? Like
Advice? No, not. I don't want to tell people how to dress.
All right.
But they should just be like with everybody. It doesn't matter where you're from. You should just be comfortable in what you're wearing. I think it's actually not that bad in Bangkok in terms of like
style.
In terms of like style biting, I guess. Like it's much worse like in Shanghai or Seoul, where like you look at people, they look like they just came out of a magazine. Like every single brand is like just straight from a magazine. So for me, I have this thing now where I don't even wear limited edition sneakers anymore. Like I only want to wear shoes that you can buy like at any sports store now.
Right.
Because it's strange now with the world that I exist in streetwear in New York and Tokyo and Paris, like everyone is wearing Supreme and
Like
Off-White.
a hype thing.
Yeah, everyone is wearing it. So actually, when I buy the thing at Foot Locker and I just wear it, everyone's like, "Yo, Jeff, what do you have on?" I'm like, yeah, you don't know. I'm not telling you. Like they think it's like the super limited, but it's actually the most basic thing.
Like $100 something.
Yeah,
like that?
these are golf shoes. I'm wearing golf shoes right now.
Whoa.
These are golf Air Max 90s. Look at the outsole.
Whoa, yeah.
But this you could just go on Nike.com buy for $100 right now. No big deal. But that's what I'm saying. Like you make it your style. Like
Right.
I'm making this dope.
Right. The last question is gonna be why Staple have to be a pigeon? Staple can be anything.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
Why a pigeon? I
pigeon?
want it to be a pigeon. It could be anything, but I think in terms of like a branding exercise, right? Being able to own an animal or an icon is like a really powerful thing. And the other thing that's really powerful from a branding standpoint is owning a color. Being able to own the pigeon, where I hear people on social media every day tell me, like every time I see a pigeon now, Jeff, I think of Staple or I think of you. And there's pigeons everywhere.
Yeah.
So like they're thinking about Staple all the time, like
Yeah, even in Bangkok, like we have.
you don't even have to go to a zoo. Just commuting, just on the subway. You look out the window. There's a pigeon. Walking home, there's a pigeon, right? And you're thinking about it. And then the colorway too. Now when like other brands do like gray and pink,
right?
People on the comments I see, they're like, "This is Staple's colorway. This is the we're not even policing it. Other people are policing it for us,
Right.
So those are two from a brand standpoint. It's very powerful. Of course, we can change a different animal. We could change a different color. I'm a designer. I know I can do that.
Yeah.
But this is actually a branding exercise. It's like, I want to be, my goal is like to be like Polo, like the Polo horse. You don't have to look at the words Polo or Ralph Lauren. You know that is Ralph Lauren.
But why not they have a bear?
Yes, they have a polar bear. They've always had that. So they have the horse and a bear.
Yeah.
They have two different things.
Do you plan for another animal?
No, but something is happening.
That's good.
Something is happening next year.
Yeah, that's good, but
Yes, you'll see. But it's still a pigeon, but a new friend will come.
oh, cool. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Yep.